What does the inside of my 2008 T660 big house sleeper look like? You're about to find out. How's it going, YouTube? Decided it's time to put out my first video. So for the first video, we'll do a truck tour. I've done a couple of them on TikTok, but I figured if I can do it on here, be a little more in depth, actually get a little more time involved with it. So this is my first video. I'm doing it on my phone, so if the camera quality ain't good or if the microphone quality ain't good, I'm sorry. It's just a truck tour. And yeah, so we'll start from the back. Starting back here, as you can see, we do have a screen door, and I don't have a trailer on right now, but you open it up and it goes right out to the back. Now that's kind of nice, because then when it's nice out, you can open up this door and have the screen door open, and open up some of your windows too. As you can see back here, we've got all of our light switches. We've got one for the grab handle that's outside here, ceiling lights, and then the over the bunk or table lights right here. Right below that, we have our temperature control for when the truck is running. So we've got it on AC right now, but you can shut it off, turn it on heat, and then your fan speeds are right here, low, medium, high, and it will, fan speeds are right here, low, medium, high, and then the vents for those are over here, and then also in the bathroom. Next thing would be the cabinets right here in front of the table area. Here I keep couple shirts in, some Legos and stuff for if I'm in the area and I'm going to be there for a while. My daughter and wife, they'll show up so she can come in, and she's got her Legos and a change of clothes in case she spills something on herself. The cabinet below that, as you can see, it's got a couple bags in there for like dirty clothes, and I keep my stand-up heater for when it was cold in here in the wintertime and around my generator. Got the sink, which this top is supposed to double as a cutting board. I don't use it for that. As you can see, I got a pan in there. You got the mirror up here. You got a medicine cabinet, which is where I keep some mugs, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, some headache stuff. Right below here, we've got our switch for overhead lights for these. And then we've also got these right here, which are dimmable lights. You've got block heater, water heater. When the truck is running, the truck itself will heat the water. But when you have the truck off and you're running the generator, or if you have it plugged in, then you can flip this switch on and it will turn on the electric water heater. This switch here is your water pump. And then down below here, I keep some cleaning supplies. This is where the water heater's at, vacuum and things like that. Next would be go right up here. We've got our cook stove, or our glass top stove. I keep this cutting board thing on top of it. Use that quite a bit. You get a window right here, which is kind of nice. Again, you get screen and you can slide this open and stuff. And then you've got two different types of shades too. This one, I guess, is supposed to let in more light. Coffee pot, some of my paperwork, and I keep like my remotes and normally my cords in here. Got a mounted TV And then continuing on here, all my drawers, my top drawer is silverware. I just use plasticware in here. My plates, some spatulas and stuff like that under there. Next drawer down, salad stuff, butter dish, hot dog buns when I bring brats out. I eat a lot of Kind bars, so I keep that stuff in here. Next one down, we've got oven mitts, and normally I have a stack of towels, but they're in a dirty clothes, so they got to be washed. Containers to store food in. This is a lid for the microwave, and some aluminum foil. Next drawer down is my daughter's drawer. This is where all of her toys and games are at that we keep in the truck for when she comes and hangs out in the truck with us. Then you've got the microwave, which this microwave has bake, grill, roast, pizza. It does a whole bunch of different stuff. Quite a while I had a Ninja oven deal in here, but I found out that really anything I ever wanted to do in there I could do inside this microwave over here, so I took it out. It was just kind of taking up space, and it was kind of hanging on underneath here. It's kind of like a snack drawer, popcorn and some snack packs and stuff. And next drawer down is kind of like your junk drawer. Got a little bit of everything: gloves, another fire extinguisher, some electrical stuff, headlights, first aid kit, just a little bit of everything. Next one, this is where I hang my trash bag, but it's also a spice rack or spice drawer. Keep all this stuff in here. Different kind of spices and coffee cups and all that. And you got a freezer and a fridge. Don't really keep anything in the freezer. I'm not out long enough. And then all of my salad stuff, and then stuff to make breakfast sandwiches. Up top here we have the surround sound system. This is the sub for it. Next spot up, this is where I keep all my permits and everything for Warren, and some shades. The surround sound works on all those speakers right there, and it will hook up to your phone so you can do Bluetooth or listen to it through the TV, all that jazz. Continuing on up overhead, this one here is normally where I'll just keep water. This one here, we got a toaster, and this basket back here has got like sugar and cereal and stuff in it. And this one right here is all pots and pans. So continuing right around, behind this door here, this is where the bathroom shower combo is. As you can see, you got your shower head up here. The water pressure comes from the water pump switch that you turn on. This is for all your soap and everything. You've got another window right here. This is the bathroom area, or the toilet area. I keep the towel on the floor to try and keep dirt out of here if I'm coming in here with my shoes on. And then this right here is it's an insulator for this window up here. You got that switch is for the light inside the bathroom. This one is for your rope lighting. And then this one right here is your speaker switch. So when the truck is running, if the person in the back doesn't want to listen to music, which I don't have anybody that rides back here, they can flip the switch off and it shuts the speakers off. Next, this is our control panel for when our inverter's running or when we're plugged into shore power. Right now you can see it shows off, but we'll go ahead and turn the inverter on. That will supply power to all of our outlets in here. If the generator was running, we could turn the charger on, and that would charge the batteries while the truck was off. I don't normally idle the truck, normally just run the generator. And if it's nice out, I don't even run the generator. I'll just leave the truck off. But my batteries have gotten to the point to where if I shut the truck off long enough, even with the generator charging, it's not enough to get the truck back started, so I know it's time to replace them. That's going to be happening at the end of this week. But so unfortunately, that means for this week while I'm out, I have to idle the truck. Hang on, you've got your table and chair or seat area, restaurant style booth, and then this back here is actually where the bed is at. You've got another shelf over here. Up over top here, you've got different bins. I keep 3 sets of comforters, this one, and then 2 more up here. This next one is pillows. And then this one over here is, see, toilet paper and paper towel. And then all the paperwork, everything that's in this truck, fridge, the generator, everything, owner's manual, all the paperwork up here. I forgot to go over the generator, but I figured I'd wait so I can show you how it works. It's actually pretty slick. You don't have to go outside to start it, although there is a switch outside that you can start the generator and get things going. You can do it all from right inside the truck. Down here, you've got your display screen. It says service in 52 hours, which I just did an oil change in this here last weekend, and I forgot to reset it, so I will have to go ahead and get that reset. But to get this thing going, all you do is press and hold right here, and just like that, generator fires up. Then the next thing you do is you go over here, turn this display on, and you'll watch, and this little light right here will start to blink once the charging portion of the generator starts to kick on. You'll see that go steady green, and then the display here will say charging. But since the truck is running, we would turn the charger off on standby so we're not overcharging our batteries. Now, the big reason for running the generator, if you're idling the truck like I am right now, would be because the generator runs your cook stove, your microwave down here, that runs off from the generator, and a few of the other outlets run off from the generator, like this one here. So that's the big reason for that. The fridge itself, that doesn't run off the generator, that runs off from the truck. The TV runs off the truck. So really, generator is only used when I'm getting ready to cook, or if I have the truck off and it's hot out, then I can run the overhead AC unit, which is the next thing. So to run the overhead AC unit, you'd come over here, and it's just like a thermostat inside the house. You turn it on to cool if you want it to run AC. It's got a heat function, but the heat function does not work. I'm guessing it's probably because this was made for an RV. I feel like we're already quite a ways into the video and tour, and we've just done the sleeper. I mean, this thing really, it's pretty big for what I do. If anybody's seen my TikTok videos, I run a dedicated route down to Perry, Oklahoma from Iowa. So I'll get up, I leave Monday, I'm home Tuesday, stay home Tuesday night, I leave Wednesday, I get home Thursday night. Most of the time I'll have to run and deliver Friday morning, and then I'm off Friday from afternoon all the way until Monday the next morning. So the truck itself really is, it's kind of overkill for what I do, but this truck was my grandparents'. They bought it brand new, and as of last year, I actually bought the business from them. Now, I don't do what they did. They were out on their own. They run reefer, and they would stay out for months at a time, which is why they bought this truck. I more or less bought it to A, keep the business name in the family, and B, I really like the truck. I mean, it's awesome. I leased on with Warren, and I just pull van trailers, and yeah, I mean, it works out great for what I want to do, really. So we've seen the table, we've seen this. One thing I forgot was under here. This is where you check your level for your fresh water, which you can see right here. That fills up from the outside, and I can show you guys later where that's at. So now I'll show you where the bed's at. Bed down, you got to take and remove these cushions, which I throw them up here. A lot of times, actually, lately, since I've been running kind of late at night, I've actually been leaving the bed down. But I had it up so I could show you guys the sitting area. Next thing you do is back behind here, there's a lever. Pull that, and then the whole thing will want to fall down. You gotta grab the mattress because it kind of gets stuck up in there a little bit. All right, it's hard to do this with. All right, there we go. And then the whole thing just comes right down. Just like that. Slide it in, reach up top, grab your pillows, and you're good to go. Now, as you can see, back here we've got another window, and it's the same thing as the one above the sink. It slides open, and you know, really, if it's nice out and you got a good breeze, it really helps. But without a fan running, you don't get the airflow through here to really benefit from the windows. So unless it's nice and cool. I'm sure a lot of you have seen 1,000,001 T660 or W900, or even last year for the T600 front cab area interior. But I'll just kind of go over what mine looks like and show you where the money is. Get up front, right up here, you pull these curtains back and they clip out of the way, and then you can go ahead and go right up front. Here at Warren, we use OmniTrax. I mean, I'm sure it's an E-log. I'm sure a lot of you have probably used it or know what it is. Standard gauges, you know, primary, secondary, air, fuel, brake, suspension, air filter, front, rear, drive axle temps. These were added. This is your boost gauge, and this is your pyrometer, or your EGTs. Down here we've got a bunch of extra switches. This one right here actually turns on my cab, or my extra lights that I have on the cab. You know, your four ways. These spares don't go to anything. This truck here, you can actually raise the suspension, lower, sliding fifth wheel, and your diff lock. Obviously your brake release, temp control, cup holder and stuff down here. As you can see, I take my wires, all my charging cables, because I've got work phone and my iPhone and all that stuff, my headset, and I just kind of drape them over here so they're not hanging right here. Normally my paperwork for whatever load I'm hauling, I keep it right in this little pocket. It's kind of nice. And then my phone, this is the work phone that I keep inside the truck. So yeah, and then over here you've got all your different oil, you know, oil temp, oil pressure, water, and your volts. Down here we've got more lights. This is your cab lights, engine fan, and then these right here for the back of the sleeper. One turns on your backup lights and one turns on the red lights. There's actually 6 lights on the back of the sleeper. And honestly, I mean, it's like I said, it's just your generic Kenworth T660 or W900 interior. I've always been a big fan of this interior. You get in it, you feel like you're getting in a truck. Now it's not the old school, you know, 379 or the old school W900 dash, but I really love this interior with one complaint, and that's being the amount of plastic that's in here. Anybody that's drove one of these trucks knows that when you sit and idle, the vibration in the plastic will drive you nuts. And yeah, you can idle the truck up and it gets rid of it, but it's It's one of those things when you spend a bunch of money on a truck, you would really wish it wouldn't do that. Move to the outside of the truck. There's really not a whole lot out there, but I'll show you where the tank is for the toilet, and then where the generator sits, and then there's a storage compartment on the other side, just to kind of give you guys an idea if this is a truck you're looking at, what one similar to this might be set up. This right here is where the toilet stuff sits. This tank right here is where it drains into. Right here is where you fill the water for the flusher, and this tube right here will actually show you the level for your flusher. Now this right here, this pulls out, and you hook this up to your garden hose or to a hose, and that's where the water fills for your storage tank. And that all sits behind this door right here on the side of the truck. Now right below it, I don't mind this is dirty. This is where the generator sits. It's an Onan commercial CM2D 7500. Obviously you can tell this one's a little older. It's got some rust on it, but it was actually just rebuilt last year. And that switch I was telling you about where you can start it from up here is right here. So you can see that it's running. These are the hours on it. And you can start and stop the generator from right here. Over to the other side. Here's another storage box. And it's kind of cluttered. Some of the essentials in here, oil filters, oil, things like that. I actually keep a siphon hose and a gas can in here because lately I've been having issues with my tank's not equalizing right. And I blew out the vents. I've checked everything else on it. For whatever reason, they've done a complete 180. It used to be the driver's side tank would deplete faster than the passenger side, which was fine because the driver's side tank had the fuel gauge in it. Well, now that it's done a 180, I can't keep track. So just in case, I've already had it happen once where I run this other tank out of fuel and I didn't have a hose or anything like that, so now I keep it just in case. You just got to roll with the punches. Walk back in for your back door. Walk right back in the sleeper of the truck. So yeah, that's the tour of my 2008 Kenworth T660 with a 132-inch ARI sleeper. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I hope I didn't forget anything. Like I said, it's my first YouTube video. It's not going to be edited anything fancy. It's just kind of a generic, this is my truck, this is what's in it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.